for a team over the last decade or 20 years or so we've known have not been doing great. The only one great season was that 2013 year that Melo had them win 50 games.
Come on, Carl, you being too nice. You said not doing great. They were trash. Tell me the truth. Come on, stop.
Okay, all right, fine. They were trash. Fine. But I had an opportunity. Zig and I were watching the game yesterday. They play hard, man. So I feel like we should be giving them a little bit more love. Can we not do that? And the haters are not going to say that. They're going to say, well, it's the regular season. Well, you know what? It's only been a 6-game winning streak. What love are we giving them? But from a team that was in the dumpster fire, from what people have, and we know there's a complex because the Brooklyn Nets are a train station away, and people are saying that the Nets are the team of New York. The Knicks are playing great. And aside from what the Brooklyn Nets are doing, and they have superstars for an up-and-coming team with a new coach, Julius Randle is a player that people didn't expect, who's a former Flaker, by the way. People didn't expect to be playing at a high level that he is right now. I believe just as much as we're giving the Brooklyn Nets credit, and we again, I'm not sitting here screaming championship. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that for a team that's playing in the NBA right now, who's at a 5th seed, who could potentially have home court advantage in the playoffs, 13 games left, we should be giving them that chance and opportunity because they play hard. They play hard and they play great. Let's say what?
Let's say this, first of all, media man, with your narrative or whatever the case.
It's not a narrative. It's the truth. I didn't say anything that's wrong.
Yes, because they weren't a dumpster fire, first of all. They were getting, as my man just stated, their trajectory was headed up. They already hit the bottom. It wasn't no lower than you can possibly get than it was than the Knicks a couple of years ago or whatever the case may be. So everything else is up. So once they got Randall, that's going up. Once they got rid of the management and got who's the new guy they got in there running things, who's part of like
Mills?
And all of those guys, Steve Mills, and even behind the scenes, like all of these people they're bringing in to do better. They're not making dumb trades. They're not going after the LaMarcus Aldridges of the world and stuff like that. You
like
know,
y'all did.
Shout out to him or whatever. No, we actually went after him when he was good. I'm talking about like recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know, and they're on the ups. And like I said, there's really nothing to say but good job. There's nothing to praise. We get it. They're, you know, doing their thing. And as far as the Julius Randle thing, don't tell us to start praising Julius Randle. It was Knicks fans who didn't even want Julius Randle. Knicks fans don't really like anything good that they ever really have until they figure out that it's actually good. So don't blame us for keeping the same energy. Blame them for starting the energy. And that's all I have to say about it.
Ziggs, the Knicks fan in the building. I commend you for sticking with the ship. Greg Polius abandoned ship. Greg Polius sat here and said he's no longer a Knicks fan. He's a Grizzlies fan, and he wants to be a Grizzlies fan now. So I don't understand how, again, you ride with your team through the good times, you ride with your team through the bad times, and I already know what he's going to say. Well, the organization was trash, and I can't stand the organization, so he's not going to ride with them. But shame on you, and shame on anybody.
That's right.
And shame on anybody else who abandons ship. No matter how much I may trash talk the Celtics for one day when they don't play well, I will never abandon ship. So shame on Greg for doing that. Ziggs, what are your thoughts with the Knicks?
Well, my whole thing with the Knicks is this. Honestly, it's been a long, long time coming. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of frustration, a lot of anger. But to see what's happening this season, it's like a little bit of breath of fresh air, considering what's been going on in these past couple of years with this whole COVID stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like a breath of fresh air, at least for me as a fan in New York. To what Ant was saying about Julius Randle, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. People was calling for his head. That's not a lie, not at all. He's been a little bit careless at the time when he first came in with us, but he's totally under control now. And he's a big focal point. He's a big reason why the Knicks are currently on the 7-game winning streak. We see he's putting double doubles. We see he's putting up triple doubles. He's out there looking like a point forward, handling the ball. When he used to spin to go into the paint, he used to, spin, catch an offensive charge, force something up. Now he's spinning to pass. It's a big difference. And that also goes, you got to credit Tom Thibodeau. You know what I'm saying? I thought Tom Thibodeau would have came in there and it had been the old Tom Thibodeau from, those Chicago days where he was just, pushing everybody and, things were getting a little sour. But he seems to have lightened up a little bit. And he's been doing a fantastic job with the Knicks. They're still number one defense in the league. I think if they can possibly get that 5th or 4th seed and end up seeing Atlanta, we could definitely get to the second round.